Okay, so here is one more example. It says find the length of minor arc PQ in terms of pi and rounded to the nearest hundredth. So if this one turns out as a fraction, I'll show you how to do it in fraction form also. So we want the length of the minor arc, the length and not the measure, because here they gave us the measure of the arc. The measure of the arc PQ is 110, but we want the length. So we use our formula for arc length, which you should have in your notes. It's 2 times pi times the radius times the arc measure divided by 360. Put in the information we have. We know our radius is 12, so we have 2 times pi times 12 times the arc measure is 110 divided by 360. Right, let's continue from there. So again, in terms of pi, we're going to pull the pi out front and calculate everything else. So we're going to do 2 times 12 times 110 over 360. So if you see some that are left in fraction form, what they did is multiply the whole top and then reduce the fraction. If you're calculating again as an estimate, you can go ahead and do it this way. We do 2 times 12 times 110 is 2,640, and we can divide that by 360. Okay, now that gives us 7.3. Now pi. Most people would cringe if they see me put 7.3 pi as my answer in terms of pi. So the other option for that is to leave this as a fraction, and you'd have 2,640 over 360 pi, and then you would reduce this fraction as much as you possibly could. Which it looks like to reduce that, remember you find common denominator. So I'm okay with this, but sometimes books and things, they want you to be more exact, so you would leave it in fraction form, multiplying everything, and then reduce, which 120 goes into both of those. So to reduce the fraction, I would divide the top and bottom by 120, and that gives me 22 over 3 pi. Okay, so that is the answer in terms of pi. Now if they want the answer rounded to the nearest hundredth, then we have to go ahead and multiply our answer by pi. So we'd have our 22 divided by 3, multiply it by the pi, or the 7.3, okay? And you get 23.038. That would round to 0.04 because we're rounding to the nearest hundredth. So this is if they want the answer in fraction form in terms of pi. This is our answer rounded to the nearest hundredth. And again, this is the decimal form of this. Most of the time they prefer the fraction.